Hey there, strangers, my name's Neos, and this is Osmos! Have you ever had one of those days where you just want to sit back and relax with a nice, calm game? Well, if you said yes to that, then apparently you don't understand how the internet works, in which case, the voice inside of your magical glowing box wants you to send me all of your money. And if you happen to say no to that question, then I'm going to ignore you and do this anyway, because otherwise I wouldn't have a video. Anyway, this is Osmos, a really fun, just calm, relaxing, physics-based indie game that I ran across years and years ago. And I'm pretty sure I have cleared all the levels in this game at least twice, but because this doesn't have any sort of a Steam cloud saving system attached to it, I keep losing all of my progress every time I have to reinstall this on a new computer, so I've just had to start over again earlier today. But anyway, I'm sure a lot of you right now are saying, but Neos, I've never heard of Osmos, what is this game? And for that, I don't blame you whatsoever, because I don't really know how well known this game is. It's just a cool little indie game that I've run across, and I really like this game, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So I will show you exactly what this game is by jumping into Ambient Welcome, one of the earlier levels. As you saw, that had a branching level system there, and each of those is a different type of level mode. So our objective, as that thing said there, is to become the biggest. So we are playing as this cute little blue microbe thing, which is actually really, really small. I will show you as I'm zooming out. We go further and further back, and we're just a little tiny microbe in this vast sea of square, or whatever this, I don't even know what this is. And your objective, as it said, was to become the biggest. And you do that by propelling yourself forward by shooting off tiny little pieces of yourself. And every time you do that, you actually lose a little bit of mass, which makes you a little bit smaller. But your objective is to go over here and absorb other cute little blue microbe things to make yourself the biggest of them all. And the way you know which ones to absorb is anything that happens to be blue. If you happen to wander over here to one of these red guys, you kind of die very, very fast. It just absorbs you the exact same way that you absorb the other guys. And also something really just completely unrelated that I think is kind of cool, you can randomize the levels. So this game is kind of randomly generated where all the stuff is placed, which is kind of cool. So, like I was saying, your objective is to go over here and absorb all these guys, and the way you know that they're the guys you have to absorb is they're blue. But as you get bigger, as you see, these guys will slowly become blue themselves. So you watch these, that became blue, that's partially blue. That means I'm only barely bigger than that guy. So I need to shoot myself over here and absorb this one to get bigger than this one, and then I can absorb him. And you see, as you get bigger, you actually shoot off bigger chunks of yourself. And if you're just barely bigger than someone else, you have to be very careful, or you'll shoot off too much mass, and then you'll be smaller and you'll get absorbed. And I always find it really amusing at the end of the level, you can kind of just ping yourself around and absorb everything after the level's over, because nothing can stop you, you're too big now. Which I have actually done, I've gone and absorbed everything, and you become obnoxiously huge. So let's jump into a bit of a later level. Actually, this tried to go on to the next level, that's not what I want to do. I want to exit to the main menu, and we will jump to a later level and show you a little bit more of what that can do. So that was a level where nothing was moving. I think these were actually tutorial levels. But this is a level, the Ambient Tour, Part 1, where the all the other microbes are actually also moving. So, where is it? There we go. Which makes this a little bit more dangerous, because these guys will fly at you instead of you being able to just weave your way around them. Luckily, I've played this way too much, and I'm totally fine, and I won't get killed right off the bat. Why do I say things? Why do I say... Every time I say things, stuff happens the opposite. We're going to ignore that. I should edit that out. I really should, but I'm not going to. Okay, so one of the other nice features about this, because you can do stupid things like me, you can actually alter the flow of time. So I can just slowly kind of shoot myself over here. And if you happen to get bigger, and now, say I want to get over to that guy right there, but it's taking way too long, you can actually speed up time even faster. So you can make time go way too fast for you to possibly react in time. Or maybe not, I don't know. Maybe you got really quick reflexes and happen to be lucky like me. There you go. But I'm gonna just put that back to normal. I still can't believe I just jumped right into something as soon as I said, that's not gonna happen, and then I do it. Anyway, so we're just gonna float around here and grab a few of these little blue people, things, whatever they are, microbes, I guess, and become the biggest so that we can absorb some of these other big guys. I was about this size originally, I believe, so some of these other ones were really huge compared to my original self, which some of the other later levels, they get really, really big, and it's kind of hectic and crazy, and I will jump into one of those as soon as I finish this level because they're pretty cool and I enjoy them. But you can take this at whatever pace you want. So if you want a really relaxing game, you go right here. If you want a little bit more action, you can do this. So it's just a nice little physics-based game that I personally rather enjoy. So level complete because I'm now bigger than everyone else, and I'll just ping off that way, and now I'm super duper huge and awesome. So let's just back out of here, and I'm going to go to one of the, I accidentally beat this one earlier, which unlocked these, which I'm not entirely sure what are. So why don't we just jump into one of the far later levels and see what those are before I go to one of the other branching paths over there. This one is called Antimatter. I don't actually know why. Why are you called Antimatter? Become the biggest, as if that wasn't the objective in every level. Oh, Antimatter. Okay. So, this game does mix it up a bit at times. I believe these little green ones may take away mass if you absorb them. Let's see. And yes, they do, because they are antimatter. That's not entirely how antimatter would work, but you get the idea. So we're going to try to get around through here, avoiding all of the things that will make me smaller, and all of the things that will just plain eat me, and try to get big enough to become the biggest and just dominate this weird square world of whatever this is. I'm not sure. Maybe this is a petri dish. I don't know. Or a slide on a microscope. We're just going to go through here and get another one of these guys. Oh, that lets me get this guy over. No, not you. Not you. I don't want you. I want to get over here and absorb this guy. See, as I'm doing this, this is slowly starting to get bigger. So if I'd used too much more, I would have actually been too small to absorb him. And then I would have just flown into him and died. Much like I did earlier. So let's just go through here. So this, like I said, this game does mix it up with some things, which is pretty cool because it's a pretty basic, simple concept that I think just works really well and it's fun to do. Also, I should probably have pointed out, this little line right here, I believe, is just your objective. I have to get to there. And as you see, as I fire these off, it actually goes red, because I did that wrong. I did that totally wrong as I was trying to illustrate a point. You actually lose mass, and it actually keeps track of it up there. So let's try to get down here. And as you can see, if you're not patient, and you just, like, fire off a whole bunch to try to get somewhere, or you're going too fast and you just slow yourself down, it can be really detrimental, because you'll lose a whole bunch of mass in the process, which is kind of not what you're wanting to do. That's the exact opposite of what you're wanting to do, actually. So let's get this guy. I think, now let's get this guy over here, and then maybe if we get one or two more, that should be all we need. Ooh, one more will do it. So let's go over here speedily and absorb this guy right here, and that will take care of this objective. Oh, no, it didn't. It's very, very close to that objective, but it's not quite there. Let's get this guy now, and there we go. Now level is complete, and I can just kind of ping myself off this way. Hey, I wonder if I can get myself killed after the fact. Probably. You know what? And we're dead. Are we dead? Are we a tiny little bitty thing? Oh, we are. Oh, no. I want to just jump into this. And poof. There we go. That's more like it. That's how I like to end things in stupid ways. Okay, so that was this branch. All of this branch is basically what you just saw of just running around and trying to become the biggest in a big, vast area of little microbes. Up here, these are survival of the fittest, which is slightly different in that, as you saw before, all of the microbes were kind of brainless, and they were just kind of there. This one actually has some sentient microbes. They're just like you. They're able to shoot off mass and try to go around absorbing things. And so that makes it quite a bit more difficult if they happen to get bigger than you. So we've got these, I think there's blue ones, or no, there's not blue ones, there's green ones and other color that I can't remember what is, but it doesn't matter because I'm not big enough to absorb them all. Now, when they're actually green, they're too big for you to absorb, so you have to wait for them to turn blue, but now I've become the biggest really, really fast, so it didn't even matter. So let's do another one of that. Let's just go on to the next one. Ooh, absorb the Mnemocyte. I actually don't remember what this one does. What do you do? There are some of these that just kind of go around and try to absorb everything. There are some of them that intentionally avoid you and danger. So if you're coming near them, they'll just start shooting off things to go the other direction, which can actually work really well for you. If you get directly behind them, they'll just feed you by shooting them straight into you the whole time, which is kind of cool. So that thing over there is probably, yeah, it's absorbing everything it can and getting bigger than me. So I need to very quickly start absorbing more things and getting bigger myself. So let's see, can I get to this guy over? Ooh, can I get you without dying? Can I? If I get this, oh, now I can. Let's bounce off this wall because of physics. Because I love physics. And we'll grab this, ooh, which gives me, or makes me big enough to get this one, which makes me big enough to get this one, and you see where this is going. Okay, so now let's bounce ourselves this way. I don't know where this one came from. He may have actually shot that off if he's big enough. I don't know. Holy shnikes, he's huge. He's so huge. Okay, but that's okay, because we're over here in this vast wasteland of blue orbs. So we're just gonna grab all of these before he can, maybe. Let's just go back up this way. Oh no, I just fed him. Don't feed the Nemosite. That's not what we want at all. So let's go up here. Let's try to use as little of this stuff as we can. Just kind of bouncing ourselves off of things. I need to speed up a little bit though. Because he's grabbing all the big ones. I need him to not do that. So, see, this is where the game actually gets a bit challenging. When you actually have AI that can do like you, and has an objective, and it knows what it's doing, and is more competent than me, of course, as we would expect. So, don't get that one, I want that one. So I'm gonna get this, and then I'm gonna skim right above you, and no. I want that, but oh no. Well then, I just kind of lost that, and I fed him like a third of my mass. Okay, so let's get down here. I need to grab these. So I need to grab this stuff over in this corner, which will, hopefully, give me some mass. Well, I just kind of wasted all right there. So grab this. I don't need you to get this one. I need you to not get that one. Okay, let's get up here and grab this quickly, and then turn around and bounce off this wall. I fed him again. I need to stop doing that. Okay, so I'm probably going to lose this one because I suck. But that's okay. So, you know what? Let's just start this over. I want to win. Hi-ya! Yeah, I died. But, okay, so we're going to do a randomized thing of that, so we get to do it one more time without knowing where everything is right off the bat. So, actually, I'm now bigger than him, so if I grab this stuff really quickly... Oh, no. Oh, I kind of messed that up. If I grab this stuff really quickly, then maybe I can just run over there and absorb his stupid green orby face. Where is he? Where are you? Where are you? Oh, he's way over there. Wow, he's tiny. You are so small. How pathetic are you that you're not gigantic and going to eat me immediately like kind of happened last time? Oh, here it comes, here it comes. See, he's trying to get away, but he can't do it. No, I actually think he had an eyeball, which is kind of gross. So, that is this absorby mode. I'm kind of curious if there was another thing. Absorb 3 Nemos. You know, I'm going to try this real quick. I'm going to try this, and then I'm going to jump into the final mode that this game has, which is actually my favorite, personally. But let's see, let's get through here and try to grab these before... I wonder if the Nemosites will eat each other. I don't remember how that works. Let's grab you. If I can grab you, then I can grab you, which means then I can grab you. Ah, that's great. So this game is... I would still consider this pretty relaxing, because if you're listening to this music, or... yeah, I would say it's music. It's kind of a soundtrack. It's kind of a nice little ambient thing, which is kind of almost not music, but I rather like it, personally. But it can be nice and relaxing, but if depending on the challenge, and if you suck, it can actually be a bit hectic as well as you're trying to avoid things. So let's absorb this first Nemosite. Yeah, that's right. You run to the Nemosite. Ooh, that was so close. No. I need you to not do, yeah. Ooh, if he had bounced off and gotten that, I would have died. I would have been so dead. Okay, so the one down there is being really stupid and just kind of chilling out down there, which kind of works out for me. So we're just going to grab a bunch of this, and then we're just going to shoot ourselves off this direction. Don't you start getting bigger now, right when I'm coming towards you. Oh no, he's trying to flee. He's trying to flee, but he's got no... Uh-oh. I'm starting to screw myself over by trying to go too fast. Come on, get up here. Yeah, he's bigger than me now, but that's okay. No, I've just wasted all of my mass. No! Why did I do that? I'm not gonna fail. Like, that was pathetic. That was really stupid. So I'm just gonna do this really fast. I was so overconfident. I was just like, I'm just gonna grab this guy real quick, and then I just got myself killed. Because, see, this game does require some patience. This is a game where you need to relax and play it casually. Otherwise, you'll just run straight into people and waste all of your mass and get eaten by some little green one-eyed creature of some sort. So, let's get down here, just absorb all of this stuff that's right here. This will be really good for me. So just get all of this, just ping myself off this direction, go a little bit faster. There we go. So let's grab this one right here. There we go. Now I am bigger than all of them, so hopefully I can now absorb all of this stuff on the way, and you are now mine because you're not getting away. You're going to jump off. You're going to just float off into that corner and die. You're mine. You're mine. Yeah, there we go. That's what we needed. Okay, so now we're going to go up this way. So I should probably just speed this up a little bit. Because I'm getting so impatient that I'm getting myself killed. So I just need to speed it up a little bit. And now we're just going to shoot ourselves over toward this guy and speed up just a bit so we can catch him. So we're going... The great thing about getting them in corner... Well, I didn't get him in a corner. I almost got him in a corner, but I got him to waste a bunch of his mass. If you get them over into corners, they can't get away. And I love how he's just feeding me every time I come near him, which is super cool. Okay, so let's just get down here. Come on, I need to bounce myself. Or maybe I need to get this. There we go. Now I'm too big for you to do anything about it. I'm bigger than all of you, which means that I'm just going to eat you whenever you come over my direction. So let's just speed everything up, and eventually it's probably just going to happen. I'm just going to leave this alone and see what happens. So you're going to come over here. Oh no, what are you doing? You're coming right at me, and you fed me more. So there is no possible way for him to get away. Did the other one die? I think the other one must have gotten absorbed by that one. Or something. I'm just gonna bounce back and forth. I'm coming right. I'm slowly coming at you, bro. Here we go. Let's just get him. Let's finish him off. Finish him. Finish him. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. Oh. Well, I didn't finish him, but now he's super tiny. He's not gonna be able to get away. Nope. 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 Why are you getting away? I said you're not getting away. There we go. That is zone complete. That should have been way easier than it was, but you know I suck at things. So okay. So those were the first main two modes, and this final mode over here is really completely different than those, and it is personally my favorite mode because it is really trippy and kind of cool. So this is Force Ascension, at least that's what the name of this level is. Is our objective to become the biggest? Who would have thought? It's crazy. You'll notice that this is a circle, and that's because we are a little microbe in orbit around this massive microbe. It's really, really interesting. It's kind of like you're a planet who's trying to go and eat all of the other planets. So what's kind of cool is this one actually shows your orbit here. And I'm going to slow this down just so you can see it better. As you use up... I'm actually going to pass that guy first. Otherwise, I'm going to shoot off into him. Come on, here we go. Okay, so as you use up your mass... So I'm shooting down here, which goes up that way. It's actually changing my orbit. So you can actually change your trajectory in order to get these other little bits of mass over here. So we do this, and I should probably go ahead and speed this back up so it's not super duper slow. But that's really good for strategizing. And you can slow yourself down as well, which also changes your orbit and stuff. And actually, if you go too slow, let me do that again. If you're going too slow, you'll actually just kind of go off into the equivalent of the sun and die. So it's to your benefit not to do that. And what's actually kind of cool is if you're, as you gain mass and you get bigger, it'll actually obviously changes your mass, which will change your trajectory as well. So you can actually be in a totally safe orbit, absorb something, be going slower, and then fly off and get killed by the weird giant red whatever it is. And one thing I think is kind of cool, if you speed this up all the way, watching that middle bit it's actually kind of weird and trippy because this middle bit's going faster than everything that's going around it. You know, how did that even happen? I sped it up and then suddenly giant stuff is happening. I don't know. But it's you know, much like how actual orbits work in space. It's just kind of cool and I rather like it, which makes this mode rather unique. So we're just gonna try to become bigger than that giant mass of doom that is there in the middle. Okay, so let's just kind of float over here and try to grab some of these. Hi there, how you doing? Could you not be gigantic? Luckily, like I said before, this one right here is one of those that doesn't actually do anything. It just kind of floats there and will eventually gain mass by things bumping into it. So there we go. So all of this stuff that happened right here was just by sheer chance. All the things that were kind of going in circles because they're all going at different speeds just kind of bumped into each other and eventually created that big blob of death. Which is, it's kind of cool. It's kind of how planets work and all that sort of thing. So, can I go grab you? And also, if you ping them off that way, I can't remember how that works. Let's see. Does he bounce? Nope, you get evaporated if you go outside of our tiny little solar system here, which is kind of scary. And of course, if you go into this middle one, the exact same thing happens and you die. I've tried repeatedly, because I think that at least looks like one of those giant microbes. I've tried repeatedly to absorb everything in here just to see if you get big enough to absorb that, and I have never actually been successful. For all I know, it is possible, but I've tried so many times and you lose so much mass while you're doing this because you're just pinging them off in different directions. But it's just never worked, and I always just end up dying because, you know, that's just how things work. So I need to get a little bit bigger. I'm doing pretty good, actually. I wonder if I get myself back into an orbit There we go. And then just speed up a little bit if things will eventually start bumping into me and just making me bigger. Because this thing is also absorbing things, though, which is a problem. I really appreciate you not bumping into me, though. So, yeah, I'm going about the same speed as everybody else. See, they're slowly bumping into me, but there's not enough of them. I need to kind of maybe make myself go into orbits of these bigger ones. Like this guy right here. I have lost so much mass, it's not even funny. Okay, ooh, these ones right here. These will be good. Take that, and take one of these, and take that. I should probably slow this down because I'm kind of messing myself up here. Just grab that one. Let's go a little bit faster, and grab this guy. And let's just plow through all of these ones that are kind of in the outer bits of orbit over here, because they're not coming anywhere near me. Okay, there we go. So I just wasted a whole bunch of mass right there, which is totally not cool. Okay, so I need to be able to, I'm getting close. See, his edges are starting to turn blue. They become kind of a purpley color. That means I'm nearly his size. And if I can absorb that guy, then I can definitely win. So let's try to grab this one right here. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Get you. Yeah, there we go. I definitely needed that. But I also need to not just shoot myself off into outer realms of space or whatever that is that gets me all, you know, dead and stuff. Okay, so now I need to make my orbit smaller and try to grab these guys. Can you grab that one? Grab him, grab it, grab it. We just barely got him. Get this one. Come on, come on. There we go. Okay. Ooh, he's going there. But if I grab this one, maybe I can get bigger. No, no, I can't. No, I can't. Ooh, he started absorbing me. And I say he, it's a blob, I don't know what it is. It's actually getting big enough that it's starting to scrape against the sun and get absorbed just a little bit, as you can see right there, which is actually kind of amusing. And it's also good for me, because that means he's not going to possibly get any bigger, because he's as big as he can possibly be. Okay, now, because I am big enough, I'm going to abuse this power, and just go in a circle, and eventually, our paths are going to meet, and I'm going to absorb this guy, because I am vindictive, even against little completely non-sentient blobs of blue stuff. Come on, you can get him. You can eventually, by sheer chance. Here he comes, here he comes. He's coming around, he's coming around. Come on! I've got this. Eventually this has to work. It's just by sheer, you know what? Slow down. There we go. We are in orbit. He's going slightly faster. And I've absorbed a little bit of him, but not nearly enough. I need to absorb all of this. Yeah, there we go. Booyah. I am now the biggest in all of the known galaxy. So let's just get eaten by that. See, it grows. So I feel like you could probably absorb that if you were big enough. Yeah. It's just, this game is just really interesting. Absorb 3 repulsors. So yeah, this does have, whoa, that's new. I forgot about those. Those just push everything away and shoot them into me while I'm talking. So there are other interesting little game modes to this and stuff like that. But that probably gives you a pretty good taste of what this game is. I actually forgot there were some other interesting modes to it other than the just, you know, orbiting thing. I love the orbiting one, but those are cool too. Anyway. So, this has been Osmos! It's a really fun, just relaxing little indie game that is actually, it's always really cheap. So if you're interested, I will have the link for this in the description. So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed my weird blob-absorbing antics? I don't know. It's just, this game is really fun, it's relaxing, and I really, really like it. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching that. So, take care, guys, and I will see you next time.